strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And you hear Kyrie Irving's name, and you think of a playmaking point guard. But he is as deadly a shooter, Kenny, as any.
I mean, the guy won a
from time to time.
Point contest. Yeah. So no surprise there. You know, he's averaged, 2 to 3 three-pointer shots made in the last.
You an interconference matchup in this one as the Spurs come into town. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA presented by 2K Sports for this Thursday afternoon game. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's a cap. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Duncan out there with West, and it's Leonard in at the 3. Duncan with the block. Irving kicks to James. Another shot. The shot is off. Picks him up. James, the pass to Irving. Here's the 3. Another miss by Irving.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space. And listen, San Antonio is an older team, actually the oldest in the league last season. And because of injuries and days off, they didn't get to feel that preferred starting five.
Leonard bounces high off the rim and drops. James has got his first bucket of the night. Spurs only used their preferred lineup less than half the season, but still a strong campaign. 22 games played with the starting lineup of Parker, Green, Leonard, Duncan, and Splitter.
And the Spurs will go on to use 23 different starting lineups, Kevin. That would be the 5th most in the NBA.
Green with the block.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. Possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And he gets it to go. Duncan's got his first points in this one.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
The drive by LeBron.
Oh!
Guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. He waits for the opportunity and then boom.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the first. Here's West. Off the left rim and out.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
And the Spurs with possession here. 4-point game. Now here's Mills, covered by Irving, and it's Aldridge missing. Down low, here's LeBron, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Smith. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Spurs lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
There have been a couple bigs that you'd have to say are the exceptions. Kareem being one, and then obviously now what Tim Duncan has been able to do over the course of his career. Just unbelievable.
Either team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able.
First bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 5 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Irving for 3. And the first tip
Thanks, Kevin. Coach Popovich, a strong first half for you. Was the up-tempo pace part of the game plan?
Well, we've upped the pace. It's what we need to do because we're not as good a defensive team as we used to be, so something's got to give somewhere.
Pop, thanks for the time, guys.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, they called the right plays, and they looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Duncan's got 3 assists in the game.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA.
Now here's Mozgov. 5 points in the game. James in the post. He's covered by Leonard. James with the bucket. LeBron's got 15 points.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And he gets it to go. 19 points for LeBron.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Parker dishes to Ginobili. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And the Spurs lead by 4. Picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Martin. To the inside. Here's Duncan. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the...
Just 3 on the clock. Shot is off. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Spurs lead by 8. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway.
Over the plan with his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
All right, Doris. David West, he's checked in for San Antonio. Green comes in for Kevin Martin. Leonard attacking. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting. And finished off by LeBron.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes
clock. Outside Leonard. All alone. Got it!
Boy, and just look at what Leonard is doing.
And here is James. In the corner, Smith with it. Outside Irving. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. They break the heart of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
David, obviously a very productive second unit. That change this basketball team when they play like that.
I mean, they set the tone. And we're a very deep team. And our bench is going to have an advantage most nights.
David, thank you. Kevin, depth always important in the NBA.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports.
He seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
There's no question about it. As far as small forwards go, Kawhi Leonard is right up there with the best of them. You know if you leave him open, he's going to knock it down every look he gets. But what makes him elite is his